Yo, it's the GPS podcast. You already know I'm your host, Larry Keith. No need for a long introduction. I know you guys normally used to seeing the hip hop community or the rap scene on this podcast, but today I got something. I said I was gonna bring in 2023 a little different, and I'm bringing it in today. I got, from what I've seen, this dude is cold on the guitar, man. He cold, man. Hey, I just want to introduce Muddy Alexander. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother.
Man, thanks for coming to the podcast, bro. I've been trying to book this for the longest. I know our schedule was haven't lined up, but finally today it has, man. So how you been doing?
Been doing good, man.
Man, so let's just get into it, man. First of all, I just want to know, how did you, is Muddy your real name?
No, Muddy is not my real name. I got a best friend.
Mhm.
She gave me that name.
Mhm.
I was playing quartet gospel for a long time, and she just gave me the name, so I basically just took it from there and just branded it.
That name is that's a cool name. Like that's a fire ass name, bro. I gotta give you that, man. So with that name, it goes perfect with your music persona.
Right.
And let's get into that, man. How long have you been making music?
Well, I haven't been. I guess I've been recording probably like maybe 5 or 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as playing music,
Yeah,
it's been all my life.
right.
Yeah.
So, like, who got you into that, or you just upon got it on yourself?
Well, I really didn't have another choice because my dad's side, my mom's side, my dad actually introduced me to guitar.
Mm-hmm.
He was a guitar player.
Oh yeah.
So he introduced me to it, and so I basically just took it upon myself and just do what I wanted to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, now with that guitar, is that a hard thing to learn?
I don't say it's a hard thing to learn. I say it's just a mind game because anything that you're not used to is going to be hard to you.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you put time into something that you really want to do, it gets easier.
Right. There you on that. So I don't want to put you in the wrong genre. What genre of music would you say you make?
It would be like blues, soul.
Blues. So
Yeah.
now, how long? My thing is, like I said, I normally have rappers on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to go that route?
I mean, because the environment I grew up in,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It took a toll on me as far as like, I ain't no rapper.
Right.
I ain't no street dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, like, I'm a country boy.
Right.
So in the country, you know what I'm saying, when you have bonfires and get-togethers, you know what I'm saying, normally 9 times out of 10 what's playing is blues.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying, it was more of how I was raised,
right,
and the environment that I was in most of my life, you know what I'm saying?
I got you on that.
Yeah.
With the now with blues, I'm pretty sure anybody raised in the South, you know what I'm saying, got a grandma, auntie, the elders playing the blues.
Right.
What was some of that blues music you was hearing growing up that made you just want to be like, you know what, this is what I want to do?
Like, I mean, like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, Lil Milton, Albert King, stuff like that. You know, it was stuff that I could actually relate to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't I can't relate, you know what I'm saying, doing no drive-by. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Running down on motherfuckers, something like that.
Yeah.
I can't relate to that.
I feel you. So right now, if we was to look in your playlist on your phone, like what you got playing?
It ain't gonna be nothing but probably quartet and blues, soul music and stuff like that. There ain't gonna be no rap like that. Like, not saying that I don't want to downplay rap.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, people it's different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? But my stroke is gonna be something different. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't, I listen to rap like Moneybag. You know what I'm saying? I might listen to a little Boosie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it just ain't. It's not my forte really like that to listen to all the time.
So as a youngster, you said your dad introduced you to the guitar, the music, and all. There comes a point in time, pretty much in everybody's life, where they, whatever their profession or what they in like with, they want to bring it to light. When did you actually just was like, hey y'all, look at me?
Yeah, well, actually, I really just stepped foot out going through a heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Dealing with a woman for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically kind of fell over into that dad husband ditch.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of put aside what I really love, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to take care of home, take care of family and stuff like that. So when that relationship came to an end,
mm-hmm.
I went through my depression state and everything, and I just can't. God just came to me, it's time to do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I started putting all my effort, my frustration, my pain into to my craft.
Right.
And I'm gonna be honest, like when you really walk in that path, when God tells you that you need to do something,
mm-hmm.
a lot of stuff come quicker than others for others.
Right.
For where it comes quicker to you because you're obeying what he's saying.
Right.
And so a lot of stuff started happening real fast. And so but yeah, that's really kind of how I really just stepped out. You're just going through that heartbreak and governing myself accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
Now would you say that heartbreak gave you feel? Like
it did.
Even though it's a heartbreak and it comes with depression, but did it give you motivation?
It gave me motivations once I started to gather my thoughts and get my mind together and think about what I really want to do. Because I knew then, you know how sometimes you be with a person and you think that person for you because your emotions and your love for that person is there, and you think, well, there's nobody else that I need but you.
Right.
But sometimes that person ain't even for you.
Now you're talking. y'all hear him now? Hey.
Sometimes that person ain't even for you. It's a hindrance. So, like I said, I just I governed myself accordingly, got myself together, and stepped out and started doing what I should have been doing a long time ago.
Right.
So at the time when I stepped out, it was more like I was trying to make up for lost time.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I had to do this. I had to learn this. I had to cram this, and I knew that. I knew some of the stuff that I had to relearn over, but by me not being, working in my field and working what I need to be doing, I lost a lot of mental thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
that's what's up. So going into 2023, we only like 4 days. It's like January 4th. But let's talk about 2022. How was that for you?
2022, it started off rough, but I'm here to say that it ended in my favor.
Right.
It ended in my favor, and in 2023, I'm looking to the hills. I'm trying to climb every mountain that I need to be climbing. You know what I'm saying? With no restriction.
All right.
So I've lost a lot of so-called friends doing what I wanted to do, doing what I need to do. But the thing about it is that come with life.
Right. That's a life experience that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna have to go through. Yeah. They don't want to go through.
Yeah, they don't want to go through. They don't want to take I had to learn to take a lot of sacrifices actually doing this. I hadn't worked a 9 to 5 in maybe almost 2 years now. So I actually put like all my effort into this because 9 to 5, it wasn't what I wanted to do.
Right.
It wasn't what I wanted to do. I didn't mind working, but the thing about it is I knew I didn't have to work.
Exactly.
So I had an ability to make more money with a guitar than I do an hour with a 9 to 5.
Now let's talk about that, man. I feel like that right there, the 9 to 5 for y'all. Some of y'all might be slow. 9 to 5 is a job, but I feel like a lot of people are hindered by a 9 to 5. And what you just said is you ain't worked in 2 years.
I haven't worked 2 years.
And that's because you jumped out on faith.
I jumped out on faith.
What would be your advice for somebody right now who it necessarily doesn't have to be singing, making music, anything, but they have a talent that they can get paid for? What would you tell them to do if they want to do it, but they got that fear? What would you tell them how to overcome that fear?
Basically is to stop being scared.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we get what do they call it? You know how you get adjusted to doing one thing and you feel as if that you got to do that for the rest of your life.
Right.
So it's kind of like you shake it to let it go because you don't really know how to do nothing else but go clock in and work for somebody else. You got to stop being scared. You got to, you know what I'm saying, basically like take your time, and it's not an easy task, and I ain't gonna even sit up here and act like it's an easy task.
Right.
It's a thought process, it's willpower, and you got to have all that. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that a 9 to 5 is something, it really, I'm gonna put it like this: 9 to 5 is really, to me, it's just something to get you by. Nobody is happy.
Going to work.
Going to work.
Unless they own the place.
That's what I'm saying, unless they own the place. Like, nobody is happy clocking in for somebody, you killing yourself, walking on concrete, or just doing some stuff that's just repetitive.
Repetitiously.
Yeah, all day long, 6, 7 days a week.
5,000 times a day.
Man, nobody's happy doing that. And the only thing about it is, if you really just look at it, any job that you go to, they only gonna give you enough, so you got to come back.
We talking again now, y'all.
They only gonna give you enough. They only gonna give you enough, and so you got to come back. You done went about this big ass house, this new car, new truck. You got all this stuff, man. You enslaved to everything that you got.
Yeah, you talking now. So, a question that I had to ask. I was looking through your social media, and I think it was a couple of posts ago. You had posted a picture. I think you got a new guitar in.
Yeah.
Okay. Does your guitar have a name?
Well, the guitar I got is really like a replica of BB King. Yeah, that's all it is. It was replica of BB King. So it's called Lucille.
I already know.
Yeah.
So, since being on guitars, I don't know much about it, but throughout your career, how many guitars have you had?
I can't even count. I mean, because that's the thing for me. It's like, buy, sell, and trade. You know what I mean? I can get some, put a little money in it. Because the thing about it is buying guitars is just like buying cars. Like, you go buy your old school, 9 times out of 10, what you're going to do, you're going to take it out, take the original motor out and put your LS in it. So just like guitars, you go buy your guitar, it ain't got what you want, it ain't sound the way that you want it to do, it ain't punching the way you want to punch. What you do is you just gut it out and put you some new accessories in it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I can't really count how many guitars that I've had, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a whole bunch.
But is there one guitar that you had? Like, damn, I still had this.
Yeah, it's been. I'm a semi hollow body fan. So basically, if you look up videos of BB, the guitars that he played, I've had a number of those guitars. There's a lot of them I wish I had kept.
Right.
Because I put so much time and effort in it to building it to what I want, just to sell it for something for a little bit of nothing. You know what I mean?
Dang, that's wild. You ever had a red guitar?
Yes, I've
heard the red guitars are kind of like, I don't know the styles of them, but just in general, a red guitar is like
the paint jobs matter. The paint jobs on guitars matter as well. Just like cars, man. I look at it like that. You know how you have a car guru, you know what I'm saying? He know everything about a car, he know what to do to that car to make it run faster, make it run good, make it sound good.
Right.
So but one thing at the end of the day, it doesn't matter the guitar, it's the player.
Right.
Yeah.
So I see, well, in my opinion, and I might have to do a little research. So if I say something out there to disrespect some of y'all, I apologize. But from my point of view, I've been just looking after doing a little research on you and just the music in general, and more so of blues. That kind of, not saying it comes from the Delta, but it's more so popular
in the
Delta.
Gotcha.
So would you consider yourself a trailblazer, and like I said, if there's any more blues players in Oxford, I apologize, but do you feel like you're a trailblazer being from Oxford and, traveling these places and your presence, your ability is all good, is representing like, oh, he's from Oxford, you know what I'm saying? They got some good stuff. So do you consider yourself a trailblazer, or is there any other people that have set the way for you?
I consider myself as a trailblazer, but you know what I'm saying. I think I don't brag on myself as far as like I'm all about telling the truth about certain situations.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good things, a lot of good musicians in Oxford, but I don't know if they got the ability to go ahead and step forward and do what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't downplaying it on nobody. But the thing about it is sometimes you get tired of being in the same old place, doing the same old thing.
Right.
And I'm one of those people. I ain't gonna stay here. I ain't trying to stay here too long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make when it times for me, when it come times for me to leave this earth, I don't want my kids to just be like, oh, he was a guitar player from Oxford.
All right.
I want to leave a legacy for my kids.
And you ready now?
And I look at it like this. If Muddy Waters could do it, if B.B. King could do it, if Albert King could do it, if anybody of these people that we know these days could do it, I could do it too.
All right. You ain't lying about that. So now, with you being from Oxford, being on the blues scene, and this goes back to you saying that you haven't worked in 2 years. And so without you working in 2 years, how do you necessarily provide the income? Like, what are I don't want you to give up your secrets or whatnot, but what do you...
Basically, the thing about it is, my mom used to tell me, if you do good work will speak for you. So the thing about it is, what I do is I freshen myself up on my skills, exercise with my craft. And the thing about it is, when you lay the law down on the stage and do what you got to do, your phone gonna stay ringing. And if I ain't doing nothing on my own end as far as my stuff, I'm playing behind somebody else.
Right.
And the thing about it is, when the dollar call, I'm gonna go.
I hear that. So I want to talk about this because I've seen a lot of, I've seen you post. I think you got it. I think it's on January the 6th. Am I correct?
Yeah, Friday.
Okay. I don't want to say the name wrong. Is it Ground Zero?
Yeah, Ground Zero.
Tell me about that place. And tell me about that place in general, and tell me what it has done for you. Because I've looked on their page, and it's like, damn near looks like it's your page.
It's Ground Zero. Ground Zero is a blues club in Clarksdale. It's one closest to us. It's in Clarksdale. Actually, is owned by Morgan Freeman, a guy named Bill Luckett. God rest his soul. But it's basically a blues club. It's actually a fun place to go to.
If it looks like
it's a fun place to go to. And the thing that Ground Zero, and I have to give the shout out to Tamia, the booking manager at Ground Zero. It is opened up doors for me as far as like publicity, even traveling. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically, to be honest, like Ground Zero, they've been good to me. You know what I'm saying? They've been good to me. I ain't gonna lie about it.
Now, a blues club, is that something we can find in Oxford?
No, ain't nothing you gonna find here.
Okay, I got you.
Now you got roosters, but, and I ain't bashing nobody, but the thing about it is, when you talking about a blues club, you either talking about our type of hole in the wall, or either you talking about a corporate hole in the wall.
I already know. They're a corporation.
Yeah. So the thing about it is, with Ground Zero, is our type of hole in the wall, and they type of hole in the wall, right? With no restrictions.
Yeah, and down there, I'm not bringing race into this, but it's never a problem with it.
You just have to. I've encountered some conversations, but me being and doing the thing that I do, that type of conversation is gonna come up. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is you got to learn how to, if you're doing that type of thing, you got to learn how to control your emotions.
Right.
You know, you hear and don't hear, keep on going. You ain't, but you know what I'm saying? As long as you're not disrespecting me in my face, you know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want to. You can say the greatest blues player in the world is a white man. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. But statistics show something different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
the numbers don't lie.
Right, the numbers don't lie about that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna lie about that. So, you know, I don't let my emotions get in the way of what I'm trying to do to get myself where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff that I do have to correct. Now, I ain't no Blojo now because I'm playing the blues. I ain't no pushover. I ain't no Sambo.
Right.
But at the same time, you go ahead on with that. That ain't gonna stop me from whipping my guitar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna stop me from doing that.
with traveling to places like that in the Delta, is the networking good for as with how would I say this? Because I know and I don't want to keep going back to the hip hop community. Let's say for instance, this one guy, he raps and he wants to make a song with this guy, so they're networking and they link up. Right. Is that a good place for networking and collaboration?
It is. Very much so is. I have a few things coming up with a bluesman out of Laurel, Mississippi, named Rashad the Blues Kid. Yeah. We collabing on a lot of stuff, and yeah, the networking is cool, but at the same time, the atmosphere of the blues is still the same as it was in the 40s. You know what I'm saying? So you get a new kid on the block coming in town, so everybody looking under-eyed. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody looking, who is he? Where he come from? You know, so you know it's still the same, but you do have some good guys that are on board that you know that you can collab with. It's basically like any other genre, you know. If you country music singer, if you're a blues singer, if you're a rapper, you know, a new kid come on the block, you already know somebody gonna be Jay about it. You know?
Yeah.
So,
a question, but before we get out of here, a question I need you to answer, because I'm from St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. They consider me a city slicker.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we look at people from Mississippi as country people.
Yeah, right.
And the guys, country boys. And I see you take not necessarily pride in, you know what I'm saying, you're a country boy, but you're a country boy. Yeah. Could you give people out there who don't know what a country boy is an example? Like, what would you consider a country boy? Is it a look or is it a...
It's a look and it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Being a country boy is a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of guys. I'm gonna put it like this. And I ain't got nothing against no city slicker. But a lot of them guys, they don't even know how to change the damn tie.
Yeah. I just learned a couple years ago. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't know that. I mean, they don't even know how to change the tie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different, it's a different atmosphere. Man, like, you don't even know how to get out there and change your own oil in your truck. Like, you know, certain certain stuff that we eat.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna eat.
Yeah, what was it? I think you had some chitlins or something.
Chitlins, hog maws.
How do y'all do that?
Hey,
I don't judge.
Yeah.
I just want to know how.
I mean, it's just it's just, if you was raised on that, raised like that, then you would understand it.
All right. What about this then, since we on the topic of food? What I seen you was eating gator jaws.
Gator jaws.
Is that real?
The meat that was formed into the nuggets is gator jaw meat.
What that tastes like?
It tastes like chicken to me.
Oh no, man! You about to make, where can I get some gator jaws?
Walmart.
And I'm saying gator jaws.
It's a jaw meat.
Jaw, not draws. Yeah. I want y'all to think I'm trying to get some gator jaws, man. But Coming to the end of the interview, man. What for 2023? You got any projects, any songs, any videos, anything coming?
I have a few things coming up. I got some working on an album as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Casabana.
Mm-hmm.
He does all my studio work, and if anybody needs studio work, he's the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
shout out to Case.
No, Cassie.
Cassie.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cassie.
I apologize.
Casabana.
So, one more question I have to ask. Now, I ask anybody that plays an instrument, and I ask this because I watched the movie Drumline.
Mm-hmm.
Can you play music just hearing it? Like you see somebody else play it, and you can just go like that, or do you need the? I guess what would it be called?
Sheets.
The
charts.
Yeah.
No, I didn't learn with charts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I play with everything with my ear. If I see you play it, I can play it. If I hear you play it, I can play it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't learn with charts and then I didn't even go to school for stuff like that. So basically, this
is raw talent.
Yeah. So basically, what things that I learned and what I switched to make my own sound is I've learned from older guys, like people that was experienced.
Right.
They would sit me down and show me things, stuff like that. Yeah. I never went to school for anything.
Man, that's skills right there. I thought you were gonna say, well, you know, I majored in this.
Nah. Nah, no Ole Miss major here.
Man.
No Ole Miss music major. Nah, not at all. Nah.
Last question. I promise we out of here. If you could make, we got fantasy football, fantasy basketball. If you could make a fantasy band right now, who would all be in it?
If I had a fantasy band, I would say Prince, BB King, Albert King, Lil Milton. Man, so many I could name. Go on that shit.
You named the ultimate.
Yeah, like I can't. I would even add Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, like it would be a lot of people. Michael Jackson. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people. Yeah,
I didn't know that. Coming to the end, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. Like I said, finally got you on here. I hope the fans who are watching tune in with you, learn something about you.
No doubt.
And I just wish you the best for 2023.
Sure, appreciate that, bro. Same to you,
man. And this my last question, and it's about church. If you had to play the guitar for one church song, what would it be? Like,
were you asking what song would I play? I would say Amazing Grace. That's it. Yeah, Amazing Grace.
We're gonna have to get that in here one day, man.